Now for our breaking story of the day, here's the latest from Max Keiser with his $220,000 Bitcoin price prediction for the short term, as well as him predicting that the Bitcoin price is likely to 50x that of gold. So let's break down the latest from the one and only high priest of Bitcoin. Here was a brand new article just published this morning. Here we go. Max Keiser, the chairman of El Salvador-based Bitcoin mining startup Volcano Energy, recently shared his thoughts on his previous 220,000 short-term price target for the King crypto, stating that social unrest and societal breakdown are necessary to boost its price to such levels. Quoting him here, "Keep in mind, the Bitcoin trades at these levels after social unrest and societal breakdown are irreversibly causing havoc." Now, amid the havoc caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, investors and retailers started looking for assets that could work as hedges against the rise in fiduciary inflation. This year saw almost all the major economies shutting down, as well as the Federal Reserve putting its printing machines on turbo mode so that the government can send stimulus checks to households as financial aid amid the rising unemployment. During those times, the Bitcoin halving was set to take place in May, further capturing the interest of investors who further speculated on the future prices. The next Bitcoin halving takes place April 24th, 2024, and of course that date is going to change as time goes by. We have Binance's CEO CZ advising the crypto community to remain patient and lower expectations as the price of Bitcoin won't hit all-time highs overnight. That's right. You got to exercise patience, fam. Now, Keiser, famously known from the Keiser Report. How many of you have watched the Keiser Report? Let me know. He has been a Bitcoin advocate since 2011. He started talking about Bitcoin on his international television show with Stacy. Literally, wow, yeah. That's a long time ago, over a decade ago. So you got to give respect where respect is due, because of Max, so many people have become Bitcoin millionaires. Now, the same day, Keiser stated that the new law against the naked short selling imposed by U.S. financial regulators meant that the big guys like BlackRock won't have their primary means of manipulating the prices down. As shared here, Zero Hedge shared this October 17th. Is this the end of naked short selling? In which Max responded just in time for Bitcoin's next leg up. Getting rid of the naked short selling means the big guys like BlackRock, etc., won't have their primary means of manipulating the prices down. This will also benefit gold and silver, but Bitcoin will 20 to 50x them. Send it and let's freaking go. Now, naked short selling involves two parties. For those that don't know, there's the broker and the seller. So in short, the seller doesn't own the shares they're trying to sell because the broker has not settled the shares in the investor's account first. This allows traders to sell unlimited, non-existent shares, manipulating a company's price, just like we see on derivative markets and future markets. And that's why all eyes are on the spot Bitcoin ETF. It's a true price discovery market in which cannot be manipulated. So Max Keiser makes a great point. Now, others predict prices north of 100,000 by 2025 in alignment with what CZ said about Bitcoin hitting a new all-time high the year after the halving. Technical analyst CryptoCon set the price target of 138,000. The analysts experimented with the Bitcoin cycle tops using different models for trend and price patterns to forecast possible outcomes, and the results were prices north of 128,000, 135,000, with the highest being $140,000 per Bitcoin. Let me know if you agree or disagree with CryptoCon. And speaking of Max Keiser, he also recently shared in this interview with Stacy that I transcribed, as we have discussed before, Bitcoin is designed to be attacked. And when the EU says we need to attack the price of Bitcoin, that is music to Bitcoiner ears, because all attacks mean greater hash rate, greater security, and higher prices. It is designed to be attacked, and the more you attack it, the higher the price goes. So we welcome the EU attacks and the IMF and Christine Lagarde and central banks and the Federal Reserve Bank. Please attack me so that my price can go to 100,000, 200,000, $1 million per coin. Thank you. Preach. Shout out to the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser. Now just checking out some of his most random recent tweets. As predicted, bonds entered a secular bear market February 2022. The old 1981 high for the 10-year note is 15.84%, which is in play. Could you imagine interest rates rising this high? Because he says it's incoming. He also points out here, remember, Bitcoin is designed to be attacked. The bigger the better. As you see, hash rate is skyrocketing in the face of all these attacks. Preach. Exactly as designed. Bitcoin monetizes peace and love by disenfranchising war and violence with perfect money, God's only money, and price follows hash. $220,000 per Bitcoin is in play. Short term. All warning signs will eventually put down their arms and buy Bitcoin. The only question is, at what price? Very powerful words coming from the high priest. And as Dylan LeClaire points out here, 5% 30-year U.S. Treasury yield. Good Lord. Insanity. And if you haven't heard what Max Keiser really thinks about Senator Elizabeth Warren, we'll have to discuss this after the show on YouTube over on Rumble, because this is definitely uncensored and not something I can ever play on YouTube. And as I put here, quoting Max, I appreciate all the retweets and all the love he's been sharing with Crypto News Alerts. Max is very active, if you didn't know. Great person to be following over on YouTube. Let's see if there's anything brand new, else interesting I can share with you. He just keeps repeating 220,000 in play. And again, that's a short-term target, which means coming anytime soon, probably when you least expect it. Anyways, fam, let me know if you agree or disagree with the high priest of Bitcoin with his 220,000 short-term Bitcoin price target, and that Bitcoin is likely to 20 to 50x that of silver and gold. I think 100%, because Bitcoin is superior to precious metals, and unlike the precious metal market, which can be manipulated, with the Bitcoin market, there is true price discovery, especially with the Bitcoin spot ETF, which we all know is only a matter of time before we get the approval. So massive shout out to everyone today in the live chat. I appreciate all the support. What it do?